Key number one. Again, we're talking about the 8 things that you need to know in order to grow your business. If you don't have a business right now, but you always felt as if you could start your own business, watch this. These keys and these things that I am giving you today, you can also use it in ministry. This same foundation you can use in a ministry. You can also use these principles, if you will, in a relationship atmosphere. You can use it for business, ministry, or relationship. Is so good that you can use it a 3-fold cord. You can use it 3 different ways. So today we're just going to give you the key number 1 to one of the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. Key number 1 is you must have an introduction. Somebody type it in there for me. You must have an introduction. Listen, when you are going from, let's say you was at an entry level at your particular job and you got the supervisor's position. When you was at the entry level and you moved to the supervisor's position, no matter how much you try to just stay cool with the people in the position that you left, you must have an introduction. You have to introduce the old you to the new you. What do I mean? There's new things, or there's different things that you have to do now that you're in a position of supervision. Because you were with the individuals who was on one level and now you have the supervisor's position, I understand that you're not trying to be funny or trying to turn your nose up at the people who were at the entry level. But now that you are at the supervisor's position or the manager's position, you must have an introduction. What do I mean? You must introduce the old you to the new you. The new you is a new person. The new you are a person in leadership. The new you are a person in control. It's not saying that you are supposed to lord it over people, but you must introduce the new you to the old you. You must have an introduction. In order to grow your business, you must have an introduction. Do you remember? I don't know if you're familiar with Jay-Z or not, but one time Jay-Z had a song. In this particular song, I really don't know the name of the song. I don't even know the whole lines in the song. All I remember about the song is he came on and he said this statement: "Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is..." Hold on, watch this. The reason why he was saying, "Please allow me to reintroduce myself," is because he had transitioned from being on one level to another level. And when he realized that he was no longer on that same level, he realized that he must have an introduction. When you are trying to grow your business or start a business and you're trying to go from level to level, you must have an introduction. You must introduce the new you to the old you. You have to tell the old you, we aren't functioning like that no more. We aren't doing that no more. We're not accepting that no more. We don't go to that place no more. You must have an introduction. And I don't care who you're trying to develop it to or where you're trying to go. You must introduce, watch this, the old you to the new you. When I started the minor adjustments program, it was things that I was trying to still do, but I had to introduce the old me to the new me. The old me would do different things, but the new me didn't even consider it. So I had to have an introduction. When you are trying to grow your business and you used to do things one way, and for years the business was running and it was going in cycles and cycles of how they used to run the business, and then someone comes to the business with new ideas and new energy, and you're trying to down them, put them down. Instead of holding people down, you must have an introduction, meaning my business needs to grow. We used to do that. We're not doing it no more. You must have an introduction. You must introduce the new you to the old you. In order for you to grow your business, the key number one is you must have an introduction. Next, what's your mission? You must focus on what's your mission. A mission is an important goal or purpose that is accompanied by, watch this, a strong conviction or calling. What's your mission? Minor Adjustments is dedicated to preventing and reducing crime. Stop. Our mission is preventing and reducing crime. Now, everything you do in your business must line up with your mission. What is your mission? What's your mission? Remember, I'm teaching you 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. The first key is you must have an introduction. During this introduction, you must gather your team, or gather. It can be just you and you and one other person is a team. You and that person must sit down and say, "What's our mission?" I remember a lot of times I have to be careful because even though we're doing certain things in a particular vein, we will have opportunities, or I will get offers to go do something else. And every time I talk to my teammate, my wife, or even if I don't talk to her, and I do talk about the advice or the opportunity to do something, she always say, "But that don't match our mission." What's your mission? She don't know it, but she always spark me because I write things down like that. When you're trying to grow your business, one of the most important things you must lock in on, what's your mission? If you're selling food, what's your mission? If you're writing books, what's your mission? If you're speaking, what's the mission? If you're trying to help people on drugs or prison, what's the mission? Minor Adjustments is dedicated to preventing and reducing crimes. Our primary purpose is to teach men or women how to make the minor adjustments that are necessary in their lives, which will allow them to obtain and maintain a productive lifestyle after incarceration and or rehabilitation. That's our mission. When you are trying to establish or build your business, you must have an introduction. And during the introduction of you introducing the old you to the new you, you must get the people on your team to see if everybody knows the mission. What's the mission? If you find out the mission and do everything to line up to the mission, what's the mission? If it's not the mission, then there's no need for me to participate in it. What's your mission? You have to learn. Again, I'm talking about key number one. All this is in. If you would like me to mail or email you the PDF or the PowerPoint of what I'm talking about today, just leave the number 7 in the comment section and I will inbox you for your email, and I will send you the PowerPoint of what I'm teaching to you right now. If you would like to have the PowerPoint of what I'm talking about right now, just put the number 7 in the comment section and I'll inbox you for your email and I'll send it to your email. Okay, we're talking about you must have an introduction. An introduction is key number 1 to the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. Recap, you have to introduce the old you to the new you. You must introduce the old you to the new you, because the old you gonna keep trying to function off of old systems or old patterns when you're trying to grow your business. But the old you is not familiar with the new you. The only time the old you get familiar with the new you is when you introduce the new you to the old you. The next one is, what's your mission? The team, the people who you are dealing with. If it's just you and another person, you have to sit down and discover or discuss the mission. What's the mission? The next one is, you have to learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. When you're going through the part of having an introduction, you must learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. There are some things that you will go through or that you have went through in your past that can actually benefit you. I always tell people that you have to learn how to allow your mistakes to become your mentors. You have to learn how to use your past to push you to grow your business. There are things that I did early in my business that didn't hurt me because I learned how to use what I did in my past to push me into my destiny. You must learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. The mistakes you made can only hurt you, watch this, when you don't learn from them. So in business, failure is not something that you're not going to experience. You're going to experience failure. And I heard Les Brown say something one day, and he said on one of his videos, he says, failure is going to happen when you're trying to grow a business. He says, but make sure you fall on your back, because if you fall on your back, if you can look up, you can get up. So you have to learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. Learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. So whatever it is, I'm talking about growing your business. Do you want to grow your business and aren't sure of what strategies to adopt? I'm giving them to y'all for free. Not only did I give them to you for free, I tried them myself. So the failures I had, I said, okay, I felt that. What can I do? So you have to learn how to use your past to push you. Everybody type, push me, push me, push me. You gotta learn how to use it. 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 You gotta learn. I'm talking about people who have business minds, people who want to establish things, people who want to keep growing. I'm telling you the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. Today, key number 1 is you must have an introduction. You must introduce the old you to the new you. You must learn what's your mission. What is your mission? Write the vision and make it plain. What's the mission? Then you have to learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. And the last 2 things that I want to give you, one of them is positioning. Woo-hoo! Listen to me. Positioning is to put someone or something in a particular place. Positioning. Nothing can outperform a person who always in position. If you're in the right position, man, listen to me. I was at my Glory Tabernacle Church 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, and I used to just be cleaning up the grass, and I would be cutting the grass and cleaning the toilets and stuff. And I used to feel like I was out of position. And then one person came to me, his name is Goody. He came over there while I was cleaning up, and he says, Mike, never forget, whenever God needs you, he know where you are. So even though I was cleaning the toilets, I realized that I was in position. When you are trying to grow your business, you must stay in position. I talk to individuals all the time, and when they calling me and they wondering why my pastor is not using me, why my job is not using me, and I keep wanting to yell at them and tell them, all you have to do is stay in position. Don't worry about them using you. Don't worry about if they picked you. Don't worry about if they skipped you. All you have to do is stay in position. The Minor Adjustments business came to fruition because I was in position. You must stay in position. Don't worry about anything. When you are trying to grow your business, when you are trying to grow your marriage, when you are trying to grow your ministry, the simple thing that a lot of people always miss is they get out of position. You must stay in position. Everybody say position. Stay in position. You must have an introduction. You must have an introduction. 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. Business, ministry, or relationships. These things can work universal. Position. Put someone or something in a particular place. Stay in position. I dare somebody to stay in position when it don't look good. Stay in position. The last thing I want to give you, everybody say position. Position. Type position on the screen. Just type position on the screen. Everybody that's tuned in, all y'all, I want y'all to put position. Put position on there. And the next one, the final one, is progressive. Progressive means happening or developing gradually or in stages. Listen, most people, when they're trying to grow their business or they're trying to develop their marriage or they're trying to fix their ministry, they don't understand that although they're in position, some things are progressive, meaning some things happen over a period of time. Some things gradually come to fruition. Listen to me. When I was in my counseling job, I was working part-time. Then when I was working part-time, eventually I was working part-time at one place and I was working at the church at the same time. And then because, watch this, I was in position, a full-time spot opened up at my counselor's job. So when the full-time opened up at my counselor's job, I left the job at the church and started going to the counselor's job. Why did I get that job? Number one, is because I was in position. Oh, man. And number two, things happen over a period of time. It was progressive. The position probably was always going to be mine, but I had to stay in position and I also had to let other things work itself out. That word is called progressive. Some things, when you're trying to build your business, when you are trying to build your marriage, or when you're trying to build your ministry, you must understand that some things are progressive, meaning they will have to work themselves out over time. So even though you have an idea or you have it in your spirit to develop your business, don't stop writing the vision. It has to be dealt with progressively. Some things happen over time. A lot of individuals, again, wonder why their pastor's not using them. It has nothing to do with your pastor. It has everything to do with time, development, opportunities, positioning. So you must remember, always stay in position, but you can't forget this. Some things are progressive, meaning they happen gradually. They develop over a period of time. They don't just happen overnight. Some things are progressive. Some things are progressive. And with that, this is the Mind Adjustment, 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. The first key is you must have an introduction. You must introduce the old you to the new you. I know that you used to do things a different way before, but this is the new you. And the new you must introduce themselves to the old you. Jay-Z said it best. The album came on and he says, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is, he had to reintroduce himself because his old self was the person who was on the corner selling drugs. His new self was the person who wanted to buy property and businesses and own stuff. So he had to introduce his old self to his new self. You must have an introduction. You must have an introduction. During that introduction, you must ask yourself, what's my mission? What are you trying to do? A mission is an important goal or a purpose that is accompanied by strong conviction or calling. And next, you need to learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. Learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny, because your past failures won't hurt you, because Les Brown says, as long as you fall on your back, if you can look up, you can get up. But you are responsible to learn how to use your past to push you into your destiny. Your mistakes must become your mentors. You can always tell a man or a woman who mistakes have become their mentors because they won't make that mistake again. Next, you have to stay in position. Stay in position. Stay in position. And lastly, always remember that some things happen progressively, meaning over the period of time. Over a period of time, it happens. Again, I hope that I blessed y'all with something. My name is Michael Mickey Williams Jr. Tune in.